So if you attended our last webinar, you may already be familiar with how this works, but just real quick, let's cover a little housekeeping for the session today. So first, all attendees are muted. We can't hear you, but you can use the questions panel to ask us questions during the webinar. And everyone who registered and who attends today is going to get a link to the video in our next IPM newsletter in the next couple of weeks. And if you run into any technical issues during the presentation, best thing to do is just try logging out and then logging back in using your registration link. And with that, let's get started. So I'd like to introduce you to our two speakers today. I'm Kara Lawson. I'm on our Global Partner Marketing, Loyalty, and Retention team. Lisa Chen was unable to join us today, unfortunately. And I'm joined by Tom Beagles, who's our Director of Global Partner and Product Marketing. Now, some of you met Lisa Chen at our last webinar, but if you missed the last webinar, no worries. I'm going to start us off with a quick recap of what we announced in that webinar last October and a couple of key updates on the features that we announced. So at our last webinar, we introduced Lisa Chen, who is HomeAway's new General Manager for Property Manager Business. Lisa heads up a team that was created last summer that's directly accountable to property managers on HomeAway like you. And she's solely responsible for helping ensure your success at HomeAway. In the last webinar, Lisa talked about how she's been meeting with hundreds of integrated property managers. She's now met with over 400 of our HomeAway partners to get a deeper understanding of what we at HomeAway can do to deepen our partnership. And out of those conversations, we developed 3 key commitments to property managers that I want to reiterate real quick here. So first, energizing our partnership with you, then delivering you more high-quality bookings, and last, giving you the tools, data, and the services you need to help you run your business operations more efficiently. Now, in the last webinar, we also dove into the key features that we're working on for each of these goals. Let me give you a quick update on the features we showed you were on the cusp of going live. At the end of last year, we launched an improved version of the multi-property dashboard and win-loss cards that are now much easier for property managers to use. You know when you win a booking, but you may not know the specific reason why unless you ask the traveler. However, it's impossible for you to know why when you lose a booking. So if you're not familiar with these, win-loss cards are a technique that are used across businesses and industries. They're statistically and scientifically proven to help improve performance by giving you insights into what bookings you're winning and why, and also which bookings you're losing and why, to help you improve overall. We brought this technique to HomeAway listings to make it easier for you to capitalize on these insights. So last quarter, we made some key improvements that included the ability to see every property's daily wins and losses on the homepage instead of having to look in your marketplace feed one property at a time. And next, we'll go into some Premier Partner updates. We told you about some exciting new things we're doing to drive more value for the Premier Partner brand and to bring more travelers to your Premier listings. A key part of that is building traveler trust in the program by helping travelers understand what the Premier badge means. And to that end, last December, we launched a new Premier filter in search results that lets travelers specifically select and filter on properties that are Premier so we can bring you more listing views and ultimately more bookings. In Q4, we also made some changes into how we brand Premier Partner properties under an account. So we heard consistent feedback from travelers that it didn't make sense to see properties that had few or even no reviews, but they were called Premier Partners. Travelers weren't sure what that designation meant, and in many instances actually thought that partners were paying to receive this designation. In some markets, more than half the listings might have had the Premier Partner badge, lessening the impact of the badge with travelers. So that's why in December, we removed badges from all property listings that don't meet the Premier Partner criteria. Our goal with this change is to help build trust and recognition of the Premier program, and that's why we've changed badging or branding of Premier Partners down to the listing level. So just to be clear, property managers still qualify for the program at the account level, but within that, only qualifying listings receive the badge. We also launched exclusive resources to help you be even more successful and take full advantage of your Premier Partner status, including the Premier Partner webinar and a newsletter curated exclusively for Premier Partners. And last, one of the biggest pain points we heard about the Premier Partner program at events last year was, how do I get into the program? Until recently, we hadn't really clearly articulated the criteria we use to qualify accounts and listings, and we totally get that was frustrating for you. So we took that feedback and we've published the criteria we use to qualify you, so you know exactly what you need to do to get into the program. So this sums up the products that have been rolled out since we last spoke. Next, I'm going to turn it over to Tom, who's going to talk about some new features and products that are coming up next.
Great, thanks, Kara. Hi, everyone. I'm Tom Beagles, and I'm the Director of Global Partner Product Marketing at HomeAway. Very excited to be here with you today and show you some of the new tools and features we have rolling out this quarter for property managers. So first, I want to share a new tool that's available to you today. It's HomeAway's new image quality report, which is designed to help you optimize your photos. Our surveys with travelers show that photos are the #1 factor that catch a traveler's attention in search results, and are the first thing that they click on the property details page. For a property manager, this report can simplify the way you optimize your photos on HomeAway, because it makes it easier for you to see where you need to focus the most attention in your HomeAway portfolio. The way it works is by showing you your photo score at both the property and individual photo level. The score is created using machine learning to create HomeAway's own vision technology that can quickly review and score your photos, faster than any human could ever do it. Using this report can save you time and money by helping you prioritize your photo shoots so you get the most bang for your buck. You can focus on the properties that need the most improvement by seeing in the report which properties are missing photos or captions, or which photos are more than 3 years old and might need to be updated. So you can think of this report as a way to take the quote-unquote temperature of the photo quality in your portfolio. Nothing can replace personal review of photos, but this can be used as a guide to help you review a large number of photos at once to optimize your listing's performance on HomeAway. To get this report, you can call or email your account manager or integrated property manager support. They'll pull the report for you and send it to you via email, as well as walk you through how to read it and make some recommendations for where you can improve. Next, let's dive into the features that are coming related to our software integrations. First, last month we released a new integration update that will allow you to showcase your safety features to travelers. You've already made safety a top priority and do a lot of great work to ensure travelers have a safe stay at your properties. Now you'll be able to showcase that on HomeAway. Safety has become a top-of-mind factor for travelers when they're making a decision to book. At HomeAway, we surveyed travelers to see just how much safety features at a property impacted their booking decision, and it turns out some safety features are an absolute must-have. 58% of travelers say smoke detectors are a non-negotiable, followed by fire extinguishers and carbon monoxide detectors. Because this is such an important key factor to driving bookings, we're beginning to show safety features in property listings and post-booking details. As you can see on the left, travelers will see a safety features section on the property details page if you have filled these out. On the right, you see the post-booking experience. After a traveler books, they'll see your safety features highlighted again on the post-booking page. This has been built in the HomeAway integration for property managers, so that means before you can get access, your software provider needs to complete the work to update their connection with HomeAway to include these safety features. If you don't have access to HomeAway's safety features yet through your software, don't worry. If you don't have access yet, we won't indicate that you don't have any safety features. In that case, the safety features section just wouldn't show up on the property details page, and after booking, travelers would see a notification that says the property manager has not added the information and that they should call for more details. If you're a HomeAway software customer using Escapia or V12, these are available to you today. Contact HomeAway software support if you need any help setting up your safety features. If you're using a different software, you'll need to contact your software provider for more information on when these will be available to you. So now I want to give you more insight into an integration that is critical for your performance, and that's price consistency. The price consistency software upgrade ensures that the rates and fees you set in your software show consistently when travelers search and book. This is important because the number one thing travelers look for in vacation rentals is price. In many cases right now, travelers see inconsistent prices throughout the booking process. For instance, when a traveler types in their search criteria, the price they see on the search results page is often different from the price they see when they're ready to book. This causes up to 50% of interested travelers to drop off. Now, I know what you're thinking. My rates are accurate. Why wouldn't they show up that way on HomeAway? Well, imagine all the different ways there are for property managers to set their rates. And add on to that, every single software company builds different rates engines and ways to translate these same rates, not just to HomeAway, but multiple other channels as well. So we had to build an integration that can work for every software provider that results in consistent, accurate pricing to help drive you more bookings. So here's an example of what the traveler's booking experience should look like. This property is managed by Destination Residences Hawaii, who has adopted price consistency. And I want to stay here just based on the images alone, but also as a traveler, I'm more likely to book this property because I see a consistent price per night from search to checkout so that I'm not surprised or confused when it's time to book. As many of you probably know, there are a few steps to adopt price consistency. First, your software provider builds the necessary integrations for HomeAway property managers. Anytime there's an upgrade to your software connection, HomeAway sends the new information to your software provider and works with them to build the upgrade. Every software provider has a different process and timeline, which is why some of you have had access to price consistency earlier than others. Once your software provider has finished the integration, you will make some updates in your software to adopt price consistency. These updates will vary depending on your software provider. And to remove confusion, we'll send you a checklist of what to expect in your next property manager newsletter. On a related note of how to adopt price consistency, we recently launched a new rates option that software companies can build for price consistency called length of stay. With the length of stay model, your software calculates rates and shares the final rent amount with HomeAway based on factors like check-in date, check-out date, and the number of guests. This offers another option for software companies in addition to the existing nightly rates model, which requires a rate for every night of the year. Some of the software providers are building the length of stay model, while others are moving forward with the nightly rates model. Whichever model they choose, we'll work with them to help you adopt price consistency. If you're in progress, please continue working with HomeAway and your software provider to make the updates. If you have any questions, we are here to help. If you haven't started yet, check with your software provider to find out if they're ready for you to upgrade. Once you've adopted price consistency, you're eligible for some great benefits. First, more bookings. Partners around the globe who have upgraded to price consistency have seen an average 29% increased conversion. Second is more visibility. By having price consistency, you're eligible for distribution to the 675 million visits to the Expedia Group family of sites every month. And third is more data. Price consistency is the foundation for access to the power of HomeAway data. And now I'm going to tell you about one new price consistency benefit, especially for our premier partners. And that new benefit is called Boost. One of the top things that property managers have asked for is a way to influence their search position on HomeAway. Boost is a new program exclusively for premier partners that allows you to do just this. So let's dive into how it works. Boost rewards you for things you already do well today. Once you've qualified, premier partner and having price consistency, you'll earn quote-unquote power-ups for two things. First, accepting bookings on the HomeAway platform. And second, after a traveler completes a stay at your property. Once you get power-ups, you can redeem them to boost that listing's search positions to get more traveler visibility on the dates you need it booked the most. In addition, we'll show you what opportunities you have to boost a listing. To do this, we look across your portfolio at your eligible properties, their open calendar dates, and the number of power-ups that property has accumulated. Next, we take into account traveler demand patterns, forecasted demand, available supply, expected booking rate, and each listing's average search position to identify specific opportunities where you can boost a listing. You'll also see a metric for opportunity strength. Based on data, we score each opportunity as strong, fair, or poor to help you make a decision. You'll be able to see boost opportunities directly in your dashboard. We do the heavy lifting so that you can manage your boost opportunities at scale. You can also filter and search for properties based on criteria, including things like property location and strength of the opportunity, allowing you to manage this at scale across multiple properties. This is an exclusive program for Premier Partner listings that are price consistent. If you're already price consistent, that's great. You'll get access to Boost very soon. If you're not price consistent yet, contact your software provider for more information on your next steps to get to price consistency. And we know that many of you are waiting on your software provider to build price consistency. So if you don't have it yet, don't worry. As long as you meet the other eligibility requirements, such as being a Premier Partner and having online booking, you're still getting power-ups to use for the future. They'll be waiting for you in the dashboard after you complete the price consistency upgrade. And that completes our updates on new features coming your way to help simplify your business and drive you more bookings on HomeAway. Now I'll turn it back over to Kara, who's going to talk about what we're doing to energize our partnership.
Great, thanks, Tom. So now that we've covered the new products and features coming your way, I want to touch on what we're focusing on to energize our partnership. We've launched several new resources for all property managers, not just our Premier Partners. One of those is this very quarterly property manager webinar, which we started back in Q4 of 2018. But we also started communicating with you more frequently in Q4. We relaunched the property manager newsletter that we'll be sending out every other month. And we launched a post called Your Questions Answered, which is a monthly post in our Discovery Hub highlighting answers to the most common questions we're hearing from property managers. And finally, we're heading your way soon. John Suzuki, HomeAway's evangelist and property management ombudsman, will be traveling around the country all summer with top HomeAway executives and other HomeAway property manager experts. At our Rise and Shine events, John and other experts will share actionable ways you can grow your vacation rental management business and be more successful with HomeAway in 2019. Coming up next, we're heading to Destin and Gulf Shores in Florida this April, followed by San Diego and Palm Springs in May. If we're coming to your area, we hope to see you soon. Keep an eye out for an email invitation from the HomeAway team as we get closer to these events. Last, mark your calendars for ResFest 2019. We'll be in Las Vegas, Nevada again from September 24th to 27th. Registration has not opened yet, but stay tuned for invitations. And that concludes our second quarterly webinar for property managers. Thank you so much for joining us. As we've said so many times before, feedback is gold to us, and we really want to hear how we can be better partners to you and help you succeed. So I hope you'll take a minute to fill out the survey that you'll see at the end of the webinar and let us know what was helpful or not about this webinar. And we will see you next time.